run, 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 run. Hey, 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 hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ACS Universe Podcast. I'm ACS, of course. This is just my weekly drop in and holler at you guys for a little bit, 10, maybe 12 minutes, sometimes 20, and just talk about a couple of current events that have interested me. Just a little bit of news and stuff. New Winter trailer. It was fire. It was tight. My boy Henry's still doing work, still in that Kal-El shape, shall we say? But yeah. It looks good. I'm excited for it. December. You best believe I'll be tuning in. A couple other things. Oh yeah, sorry if I sound sniffly, man. Like I got sinus issues going on today. You know what I mean? But anyway, Watchmen. I am currently behind 2 episodes. Okay, I only seen the first one. There's 2 and 3 is out. I'm gonna try to get caught up on those this week, but I've been like really, really busy and haven't had a chance to watch them and get caught up. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at 2279ACS. Holler at your boy, man. Leave some comments at the end of this thing. If you like sports, football, check out Instant Replay on the channel. It's also on SoundCloud. Me and my wife got a show we do weekly called Video Rewind. Check that out if you haven't. If you're interested in watching us laugh and, watch like videos that are old that people might have considered like they took it seriously when it came out, but now it's just like it doesn't hold up well. A lot of them don't. So we have laughs and some disgusting drinks. But yeah, tune in, man. Check those out. They're all on the channel. So let's jump right in. First news, man, is looking at this. Robert Pattinson, man, training. This is on what's this? MovieWeb.com. But Robert Pattinson learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to prepare for his role in the Batman. Rigan Machado, 8th degree red and black belt is the trainer. I have zero problem with this. I hadn't seen where he started doing like weight training though. The cat's he's kind of slim. Of course, he's gonna throw on some muscle. These Hollywood actors and stuff when they do these movies can throw on muscle like just like that, dude. So I have no doubt he will, but I'd like to see some of that soon too. But yeah, training doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think that's cool. I haven't seen it. We've seen brutal Batman, which Ben Affleck doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And in BVS, that's the kind of Batman fighting we've seen. We've seen a little bit less brutal than that in like the Dark Knight trilogy. But as far as like real Batman fighting, like doing some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu type shit, haven't seen it yet. You know what I mean? So live action anyway. So I look forward to this. I think that Matt Reeves is taking this entire thing very, very seriously. And I like the direction they're going with this. The little photos they show him, he's rolling with him and shit. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the Batman, to be quite honest. Anyway, I can't wait for it to come out. I can't wait till we get more news, maybe some more casting news, any kind of pictures of Pattinson in the suit, which they might be trying to wait to put Pattinson to release a photo of him in the suit until like he bulks up some more. Because I'll be honest, like, I like it when the actors actually get out there and get after it. You know what I mean? Like Henry Cavill, get out there and put the time in the gym and get big so that there's not so much padding in the suit. All the suits have padding. No matter, Henry's a big dude and he looks the Superman look, but his suit still has padding. And you could tell because there's certain like crevices on the body that your suit's just not gonna conform to your muscles like that. So, but he still gets in the gym and still gets after it. He's an in shape guy. So, I like to see Pattinson do it like that and not use so much padding in the suit. But I'm excited about it. Like I say again, and I can't wait till it comes out. Box office, right? Box office results dropping from the past weekend. Joker continuing to go strong. 934 million worldwide. A billion it's inevitable. Okay, this movie has been surprising on every front. I loved it. If you heard me talk about it, give my review of the movie, it was 5 out of 5 for me. Um, but it making this much money for an R-rated film, and not on top of that, not just being R-rated and based on a comic book character, like, dude, we're talking about new heights here, and I'm happy too, especially me being a DC fan. Like, I am extremely happy that this it shows people want this kind of shit. Okay, as much as Warner Brothers has shit the bed in the past when it comes to the DC Comics properties in their movies, um, and I mean Justice League, not those masterpieces, not those Man of Steels and BVSs. No, 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 my brother. I'm talking about Justice League, okay? And other films that they announced and then this got scrapped for one reason or another. The studio won't let a director actually make Fumiwa, who's going to direct the Flash. I think he had a vision for it. I mean, he was posting pictures on social media with like all these Flash graphic novels and shit. And I'm like, oh, dude is getting deep into the character. We're about to get that movie. Nah, he had to back out because somebody at Warner Brothers was probably, no, we don't want to do that story. And so, we see what's happening in the Flash. I don't even know if we're still going to get a movie or not. It's up in the air at this point. But yeah, I'm glad to see Joker do that. I'm glad to see it's going to hit 1 billion. You know what I'm saying? And the haters, I'm sure there's a lot of people hating, man. A lot of people, all of those, like the media that look just, it seemed as though they had like this something against, Joker, that they did not want it to succeed, probably because they saw it and was like, oh man, this movie's pretty good. It's probably going to get some Oscar talk. It's probably going to make a lot of money at the box office. Let's hate on this thing so it doesn't get as big as it has gotten. Okay, so it's going to be $1 billion. You're going to have your first R-rated $1 billion movie. On top of that, based on a villain from the comic books. Excited about that. Excited to see it, and I can't wait when I see that news flash across my timeline. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Jumps across $1 billion globally. This is going to be an awesome sight to see, especially for a movie like that. Some more box office news, which is kind of heartbreaking, man. Terminator Dark Fate, man. Let's see. Yeah, man, Terminator Dark Fate, man. It looks like it's gonna be like a flop at the box office. And my girl Meg and one of my Twitter mutuals, man, worst hero ever. Shout out worst. Shout out to your girl Meg. They saw it and they said it was awesome. And I've heard from other people that it was good, like the best Terminator movie since like T2 Judgment Day. I happen to think T2 Judgment Day is like a science fiction masterpiece. It's hard to, when you come to science fiction movies that aren't like based on other properties, but like an original property, that was a good movie that like still holds up if you watch it today. The VFX still look pretty damn good by today's standards. But yeah, they said it was good. They said the movie was lit, is what I just read on on worst thing. I don't understand it. What I think what has happened is, and a lot of other people have read this too, is that the last 2 Terminator movies left like Genesis and I can't remember the other one. They left a bad taste in people's mouths, so they just automatically think Terminator, nah, trash. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad because the movie is probably worth going to see and paying for the tickets to go see. I hope I can get to see it while it's still in theaters, but it looks to be like it's worth it probably, and everybody says it is that's seen it. I haven't even read like bad reviews for it. Like people say, hey, it's a good movie. You know what I mean? So they put out a couple trash films, and what ended up happening was it just turned people away from it. And so it's hard to like. And what makes it so bad is this is probably going to be the last one ever, unless somebody reboots it in like 10, 20 years, because they're not going to put out another movie where they spend that much money to make it and then come out and do this like in 2 years. So I'm pretty sure we won't, if we ever get another Terminator movie, it's going to be like decades down the line. Hopefully, like after this, even though the movie's probably good, like I'll probably watch it and like it. I don't want to see another one though too soon because people still gonna have a bad taste in their mouth. And this thing it could possibly hit Blu-ray like 4K and stuff and like make a crap ton of money, like a lot of movies do that don't do well at the box office, but they sell a lot of at home media on the movies. That might be what happens. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully so. Hopefully it makes back some of that money. Makes them, at least because for people to say it was good and it not make any money means that nobody even gave it a chance just because of the last two Terminator films were not that good. Yeah, Joker back on top. Maleficent back in second place. Yeah, so that's the box office, man. Just chit-chatting a little bit about that. And other news, and this came back like almost right after last week's podcast, so I'm just now getting to talk about it on here because I don't only do my podcast on Mondays. HBO Max, which is it's kind of interesting. HBO streaming service going to cover a lot of different properties and things. And they announced that there's going to be a Green Lantern series produced by Greg Berlanti. Yeah. Okay. Exciting. It's at first. Greg Berlanti, like I said, if you listen to my stuff, you know that like I kind of fell out of love with the CW stuff. If you still enjoy it, great for you. I'm glad that you find some enjoyment in it. I just didn't anymore, so I stopped watching. So it's that dude, man. And now they're throwing a crap ton of money at it, but at the same time, what did it say, $100 million? That a good movie, you know what I'm saying, is more than $100 million can hardly get you a good comic book film. Well, Joker aside, you know what I mean? Like big explosions, like sci-fi heavy comic book films, which they tend to be these days. $100 million is not. So if you're going to take that, maybe it's more, maybe it's less. That's just what I read somewhere. So who knows what this is going to be? Hopefully they take it in another direction. It's just, I love Green Lantern, right? I love all of them. I love the source material and stuff. And it's hard. I want to see it done justice because I'm one of the few people, if you've been listening to my shit for a while, you know that I kind of like the Green Lantern, the Green Lantern film from some years back. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Reynolds was Hal Jordan to me, right? That's how I, thought Hal Jordan would be live action from the comics and from some of the animated stuff. And so I like the movie. The only thing wrong with that movie, I think, was that all the stuff when he went to do the training and all of that shit was great. But the villain was horrible. Horrible villain. It should have been something else. I like how in the end credits, man, Sinestro turns, dude, it was good. I liked it. A lot of people didn't know it didn't make much money, and people make jokes about it, including Ryan Reynolds. But yeah, I like that movie. I mean, sue me. I don't care. But a lot of people didn't. But but it's one of those things where I'm like, man, dude, you have to do it right. What are we getting? Like 6 episode seasons, 10? What Green Lantern character is it going to focus on? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be John Stewart? Who knows, man? But we'll just have to wait and see on that, man. Like I said, man, that's what we have to do. Hopefully he takes it in a different direction than the CW shows have gone. It's going to be galactic. It has to be as Green Lantern. So there's no way they can not make it in space and those types of things. But yeah, that's we'll just have to wait and see. I don't have a here nor there. I just, I don't want to see any leather. And I want them to, take the character seriously, man. Not trying to say like that they don't do the characters in the Arrowverse, the CW, television shows, but it's just they're on another level. I got into that on my last show. How I fell out of love with those shows and I don't watch them anymore. I don't want that. I don't want CW on HBO Max. You know what I'm saying? And I think all of those shows are going to be available on CW too, if I'm not mistaken, or are going to be on HBO Max too. But I want something different. excuse me. I want something different, and I want something like realistic, and I want something like taken very, very seriously, because don't mess Green Lantern up, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, don't mess him up like the first time, but I don't think he was messed up the first time. I think Ryan Reynolds played a great Hal Jordan. Matter of fact, I probably watched that movie in like the last couple months. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, no, shouts out. Jay Oliver, I don't know. You know who I'm talking about, dude who runs like most of those animated films in the DC universe. Dude loves to get on Twitter and smash those haters, dude. Like I love that shit. It's good for me to jump in there on the timeline and I'm looking and say, oh, somebody else disrespecting the Snyder Cut. Jay comes out and he's like, no, I think you are. You must be sadly mistaken. I like that. I like him defending the work. He's a friend of Zack Snyder's. He was on set on Justice League and seen a lot of stuff. Man, release the Snyder Cut. That's all I got to say. Man, just release it. It's about time. Jason Momoa, recently in the past week, has come out, and that interview was so funny because the dude said something, and Jason Momoa was like, yeah, I've seen it. And dude laughs like, huh, no, you like as if he's about to tell Jason Momoa, no, you haven't. Jason Momoa was like, hey, I ain't asked about the visual effects. He's like, dude, we're done with that one. Let's move on. Everybody needs to see it. Even the interview with Jesse Eisenberg, the one guy the dude that's interviewing him was so condescending when he's like, yeah, who wants to even acting like nobody want to see that. And then Jesse was like, well, that's a good thing, right? People's real creative vision getting out there. That's great, right? And the dude's like, So we saw where that led. So that's just my thoughts, you guys, on a few things. Like I told you, man, these things are never long. I need to have somebody on here with me, you know what I'm saying, so we can bounce some shit back and forth. Those are just my thoughts on like some of, the current things, news, whatever you want to call it, in my world, in the shit that I like. Mandalorian final. Look, Mandalorian is looking. I'm excited. If you can't tell, that thing is coming soon. I'll be hopping on, and I don't want to get Disney Plus. Like if it wasn't for the Mandalorian and the Star Wars stuff, I probably wouldn't get it. Nothing else on there really interests me enough to pay for that. So, I can download stuff anyway. So yeah, I'd go that route if there was a certain show that I was very interested in watching. But the Mandalorian, I got to have it. You know what I'm saying? I got to see that. So I will be purchasing Disney Plus and watching that shit. So yeah, this has been the little show, my little podcast, man, for the week. You know what I'm saying? I need one of these weeks when there's like fucking 15 things to talk about. Yeah, then I'll be in here blabbing on for like hours probably. But this is my weekly show, man. I like to get on here and holler at you guys, let you guys know some thoughts on some things. Check out Instant Replay, our football show that we do, recorded on Tuesdays. It's out on Wednesdays. Check out Video Rewind. You know what I'm saying? It's me and my wife getting on here and watching some funny, crazy videos and challenges and just strange things of that nature. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at 2279ACS. I'm going to catch up on these episodes of Watchmen, give y'all some reactions to that. And hopefully I got some new like logos coming for the channel, for the universe, hopefully soon. Been working on those for just a little bit and doing some tweaks and shit. But hopefully we'll have some by next week. Maybe next week there'll be like a new logo. You know what I'm saying? A new same design. I got to keep my Superman and my Star Wars in there. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's just a little something different. Thanks to everybody who's watching or who watched this, who listened. I appreciate every one of you. The small group that I have. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everything you guys do when it pertains to my channel. If you retweet my stuff, if you do anything like that, I appreciate it a lot. You just don't know how much. So I'll talk to you guys next week. ACS Universe Podcast out.
Run, 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 run.